Welcome to Capital Investment Realty Training. I'm your host and principal broker, Fong Ha. Today we're going to discuss real estate commission explained. 2.5% to 4.5% is what we charge. We find this to be fair and reasonable. We're going to discuss buyer's agent commission and listing agent commission. Buying agent's commission. As a buyer's agent, we represent you during the transaction on the buying side. That means we put an offer in with the seller and accept the seller's offer through the local RMLS. Capital Investment Realty never charges our buyers with a commission. On unique and rare situations where the buyer wants us to represent them, any transaction involving a FSBO or for sale by owner, and the for sale by owner refuses to pay a commission, we will first discuss that with the buyer before ever charging a commission. And if we do agree, that commission is usually 2.5%. So in conclusion, having us represent you through the entire process, helping you with all the paperwork, giving you professional expert real estate advice along the way, doesn't cost you a dime. Now on the listing agent commission side, what is the typical commission and what is our commission? As a listing agent, we represent the sellers. We are the experts selling, listing the home, marketing it, and getting it sold for you. The difference between what a typical listing agent does and what we do will be explained in another video. In this video, we will simply explain our commission prices. So a typical listing agent charges upwards of 7%. Yes, that is right, 7%. I know we find it hard to believe as well, but the average is between 6 to 7%. Now, if you're a seller, let that number sink in for a moment. 6 to 7% of your total proceeds. So let's quickly do the math. In this example, the listing price is $450,000, or the asking price. The buyer comes to the table and his offering price is $475,000. After negotiations, sold price is $465,000. $465,000 times 6%, that's $27,000 in commissions. Now, not all of that goes to the listing agent. Remember, there's a buying agent's side, and he's receiving 2.5% of that commission. So that leaves the listing agent with the remaining 3.5%. That's why working with a buyer's agent doesn't cost you a dime, remember, because the seller is actually paying for the buyer's agent's commission. So what do you get for 6 to 7% commission? Good question. Make sure to watch our other video on what makes us unique in the typical agent versus the typical agent to understand what you're really getting. What we charge our sellers to list a home. Capital Investment Realty never exceeds 4.5% total. As a listing agent, we keep only 2%, and the remaining 2.5% goes to the buyer's agent. That's right. Even though we market your home, advertise your home, list your home, sell your home, we receive less than the buyer's agent in the transaction. Why? Because our job is to sell your home. Our job is to make sure your home sells. Our primary objective is to sell your home fast, without any hassle, for the most amount of money possible. Why? Why do we do this? Well, because we know that if we do a fabulous job, an extraordinary job, and a tremendous job, a phenomenal job, then you are more likely to use our services again when you're looking to purchase your next home. And you're more likely to give us referrals. Yes, that R word, referrals. Say it with me, referrals. So, what happens if we bring a buyer who wants to purchase what we have listed? Okay, our commission is then reduced even further to just 3%. If the buyer reaches out to us and doesn't mind that we represent both the seller and them, which is called a dual representation. And should in rare occasions where a seller or buyer needs to cancel their listing agreement, that's easy. Just cancel for no charge. Of course, you give us 24-hour notice and tell us why and how we can better serve you the next time, but there's no charge, except when there's a buyer already in an active contract with the seller. So in conclusion, as a buyer's agent, we charge nothing and never make you sign any silly contracts saying you must work with us. That's just silly. As a listing agent, we charge 4.5% commission. If we find a buyer and represent both sides, you get a bigger discount at 3%. So I hope this helps explain commissions, who gets paid, and why working with a buyer's agent can cost you nothing but still get you full representation. Make sure to watch our other video explaining further detail what makes Capital Investment Realty so much different than your typical agent. Thank you for watching. Stay positive, stay informed, stay connected. Look us up on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Check us out at www.cir-properties.com. Thank you for watching.